Isn't that a glorious sound? Cows munching on grass, especially here in October. We've still got grazing. We're so thankful for this. We're light years ahead of where we were last year. So there's good news and then better news over here. Good news is Limper is what we call her. We showed you her here quite a while ago, months and months ago actually. At the beginning of the spring, they went over into a pasture. We don't know what happened because we weren't here at the time, but she got injured pretty badly. She tried to go through a little section of fence. For some reason, something probably tried to push her through there, got tangled up in barbed wire and had a nasty wound, and we almost lost her. We wound up medicating her multiple times, just trying everything to save her. And she finally started turning the corner and recovering. Before she did turn that corner, she lost a lot of weight. So while she still looks thin now, she's on the way up. She's gaining back now all that she lost when she was so down. And the whole time she's nursed a calf and kept it alive and very healthy. So we're super thankful for that. So that's the good news. The even better news is 22, one of our cows over here, just pretty recently in the last month or 6 weeks, she got an abscess the size of a cantaloupe on her like front leg, shoulder area. And we came over here, we brought you guys along to actually lance it, and it had already ruptured and was draining, but it was still there, still decent sized at the time. You can see it is almost completely gone. She just basically has a little scab. We are super thankful that situation is resolved. So this little herd over here, there's 8 cows and 8 calves, is doing fantastic. We're at our other pen of cows across the road here. We have a couple little herds over here, and then we have our main herd behind our house. These are just some that we put over here for one reason or another, and then they've had calves, and so our herds are growing over here too. They're doing really good. This group looks really good. We don't have any major issues over here right now, thankfully. So everyone seems to be doing pretty good, and here in about a month, some of these good looking calves we're showing you, we're gonna come over here and wean them, and then we've got to find a place to winter a whole group of calves, like 30 something calves, because that's about how many we have to wean. We also have Iron Man the bull over here. We'll give you a glimpse of him. He's doing great. He's gentle as a puppy dog, and so all is well over here. So they are doing great in here. They've not gotten out anymore. They only ever got out the first day. And sometimes when you go to like just a hot wire and there's no fence behind it, animals, it doesn't matter how strong it is, if they're not used to it and they're already in it by the time they're getting shocked, they're gonna keep going. That's kind of what happened. We got them back in and they have not really even tried anymore. We've been up at the house and heard like one squeal here and there, but for the most part, it's going great. Here's Dot. It's okay.
Alright, I know this is kind of a redneck way to water your pigs or any animals in that instance, but at right now where we're at, being on quarantine, we're waiting on parts. A lot of y'all had mentioned checking with the company and see if they would ship. I had done that. They are actually should be here next week sometime, so hopefully one day next week we'll get our water line run across over here and won't be having to water like this anymore. But it is working, getting water back here to them. Just not exactly the way we had envisioned, but at least we got a way to water them.
Hey girl. Poor baby. So just to be honest, we started this video with updates over at the pen and we told you we were going to give you the good news and the better news and all that. Well, this part of the video is the bad news. This is the part that goes with farming, but it's not something that really ever gets easier, or you don't ever get used to it, I guess you'd say. So early in the summer, we had a cow that we're pretty sure got bit by a snake on like her knee joint, and it just got infected and swelled up. All the while it was getting infected, we were medicating and doing everything that we knew to do and that the vet has told us to do, and she's just hung on. We really didn't think she would make it initially, but she did, and here we are months later and this has just hung on and hung on. We've medicated more than we've ever medicated a cow before, and it's been a slow decline. It's not like she ever got to the point where she was just laid down and wouldn't get up, and she's nursed a calf all throughout this, but it's just been a slow crash. And we're at the crashing point now. She's not moved with the cows in several times. She's to the point, she's, like I said, not moving with the cows. She's not even getting up to drink. She's just laying here. This has been going on for a couple days, and we've just held on for as long as we can. There's nothing else we can do for this cow. She's just laying here and basically just pooping in the same spot she's in. It's obvious she is not going to get better. You can see she's down. She's very thin. She's breathing heavy. She's not going to get better at this point, barring a miracle. And so rather than leaving her suffering any longer, it's time for us to put her down. So this job always falls to Ben. I can't do this part of it. If he wasn't here, I'd have to just suck it up, Buttercup, and do it, I guess. But I've never done this part, and so sadly, it just all falls on his shoulders.
It's never an easy thing to do. You never know when is the right time to go ahead and do it. I don't think anybody out there enjoys it.
No.
It's just a hard decision to make. There is things that I just don't want to do, lancing nasty bulls and things like that. I don't have the stomach for it. Not saying that this is a walk in the park to do, but it's something I can handle better than that. Stomach wise, now mentally, it kind of weighs on my mind after doing it. I know this will be the third one that we've had to do in probably 4 or 5 years. So,
but there comes into play also with this is, at what point are we being cruel by letting her lay here and suffer? And I feel like we're at that point. She is suffering, and all summer long I would say she suffered to some degree, but we held on to hope and we're giving her every chance possible to recover. And so it comes to a point like whereas the suffering outweighed the possible chance that she might get up, and that's such a slim chance.
Well,
so
what's bad is we've given her so many rounds of antibiotics, and her knee has never reduced in swelling.
Never. It's terrible. It just we're pretty confident it was a snake bite, and it just took over her knee and then her leg, all while we were medicating. We've had her up. Yes, I know that some people will say, get her up, put her in a barn. I can't believe she's laying in a field, but she's moved with the cows up until this point, and there's no getting her up at this point. She can't get up. She can't even stand up. So
I got her up a few days ago, and I mean, her legs would just start trembling.
It's pitiful.
And as soon as I walk away, she lays right back down.
So we're to that point. It's what we got to do. I cannot even watch or listen to this part. It bothers me so bad. I don't care if we do this 40 more years. That will never get easier.